Hey everybody, it's Eric here with Automatic for the Collector, and it's been quite a while since I've done my last video. Actually, it's been since about mid-February. And anyways, since that time I've been busy, and I promised back in February I was going to do my next video on a topic that my channel is named after, and that's R.E.M. And R.E.M. is one of my all-time favorite bands, and hence the name of my channel, Automatic for the Collector. My introduction to R.E.M. came when Automatic for the People came out in 1992. I was just entering high school around that time, and so it brings back a lot of fond memories whenever I think of Automatic for the People and discovering R.E.M. So without further ado, this is episode number 8 on my channel, and if any of you typically have watched any of my videos, they're usually about baseball cards, which is one of my primary hobbies and collections. But I'm also a very big music fan and got a good sizable collection of vinyl records, and I'm happy to say that I've got a pretty decent R.E.M. vinyl collection. So that's what this episode is going to be about this time. And I thought it was fitting. This is technically my 8th episode, and Automatic for the People was R.E.M.'s 8th studio album. So the first thing I'm going to show you is just starting out with that album. We've got it right here, Automatic for the People, from 1992. It brings back a lot of good memories, and this was just an awesome album. Still one of my all-time favorite albums and one of my top R.E.M. albums. I'm not sure if it's still my favorite R.E.M. album, as I've grown to listen to all their other work over the years. It's hard to pick an absolute favorite because every one has so many awesome songs. But anyways, we'll start out with this one, Automatic for the People. It's got a cool little insert I'll show you before I move on. It's got this picture of the band, Barry, Buck, Mills, and Stipe, and then information on this other side. So anyways, we've got Automatic for the People right there. The next thing I'm going to show you is probably one of my favorite R.E.M. songs. It came off the album Out of Time, and this was a song that the bass player Mike Mills had the lead vocal on, and that's Near Wild Heaven. This is just a purely awesome melodic pop song, and I was thrilled whenever I got the vinyl single for this. I wouldn't imagine these are too easy to find, but pretty much everything I have in my R.E.M. vinyl collection I got many years ago. So now that vinyl has had a resurgence in popularity, I think a lot of this stuff would cost way more than what I paid for it back many years ago. But anyways, it's a vinyl single the size of a 33 1/3 album on IRS Records, and it has a couple B-sides, Pop Song 89, a live acoustic version, and Half a World Away, another live acoustic version. And those are 2 awesome songs as well. So anyways, here's one of the few singles I'm going to show you in this video. The next couple albums I'm going to show you are actually the EPs that, well, it's one EP, but I've got 2 versions of it. It's R.E.M.'s Chronic Town. This came out before their first full-length album. I believe this came out around 1982, if I'm not mistaken. 1982. The reason I have 2 copies of it is they're slightly different. This one here is the more rare version, I guess you would say. On the album itself, there's Mr. IRS on the inner sleeve here. On the record itself, on the little sticker label thing, it's got the gargoyle, which means this was one of the first pressings of the album, the early pressing. So it's really cool to have this as part of the collection, and I got this at a pretty, if I'm not mistaken, pretty much all these R.E.M. albums came from record stores in Atlanta, where I grew up right outside of Atlanta. And being that R.E.M. was from Athens, Georgia, it's cool being, kind of close to where they got their start. This other version here, slightly different tone to the album cover than this one. But besides that, it's a later pressing. And it's just got the IRS label on the record. So it's kind of like baseball cards. If you know anything about baseball cards, if you're watching this and don't typically watch the baseball card content, there's different variations with records and vinyl as well. The next one I have is R.E.M's first actual full-length album, and that's Murmur. And when I started getting into R.E.M's early stuff, after I began with Automatic for the People, I started kind of soaking in everything I could about R.E.M. because they quickly just became my favorite band. And the further I went back in their catalog, the more their early stuff grew on me. So this is one of my favorite albums of theirs. But like I said, all of their albums up through Automatic for the People, at least, are just awesome, stellar albums. But here's the back cover, and this is a scene from Athens, Georgia here, a railway trestle. So anyways, there's an early one for you. The next one was their second album, second full length, and this is Reckoning. And this is a top-notch album as well. Every song is great on it, pretty much. And another one of my favorites. So there we go. I'm trying to remember. I'll show you. I'll pull out the sleeve. All of these albums have pretty cool inner sleeves, and I believe all the records I have pretty much have the original inner sleeve with them that came with the album. Next up, we have one of the singles, another vinyl single, and this is the single for Don't Go Back to Rockville. And this one had 2 B-sides on it, Wolves, and actually three additional songs, Wolves, 9-9, and Gardening at Night. Gardening at Night and 9-9 were live versions. But these full-length singles were really awesome. So, I'm sorry, not full-length, but full-size record singles. 12-inch singles is what they're called. Okay, next up, this cover kind of confuses me because every way you turn it, it seems like it's backwards or upside down, or you can't figure out which way it's supposed to go. But anyways, this was their next album, Fables of the Reconstruction. And this, again, is one of my favorites. It's always kind of flip-flop between Murmur, Reckoning, this one, as to which one I like the most. It kind of depends on the day, I guess, but this is a totally awesome album. And what's cool about this copy is it's a promotional copy. Down here at the very bottom, it has a gold stamp that says for promotion only. So that was kind of neat to have. But anyways, we got the sleeve here. It's always fun trying to put the sleeves and records back in. Some go in very easily and some you have to kind of fight with sometimes. Next up, I have another 12-inch single for Can't Get There From Here. This is another awesome one here. I imagine some of these might be kind of hard to find nowadays. And this one here is also a promotional copy for promotion only. It's stamped there in gold. Next is a really special album. This one is Life's Rich Pageant. But what makes this special was I was at a Patti Smith concert at the 40 Watt Club in Athens years and years ago, and for the encore, Patti Smith came out and Michael Stipe from R.E.M came out to join her for like 2 songs. And when the show ended, as I was milling through the crowd, just realized that there's a pun here. As I was milling through the crowd, Mike Mills was there in the crowd. Mike Mills, the bass player. So there was a really cool little record store that was kind of attached to the 40 Watt Club near the entrance called Low Yo Yo Stuff. And it stayed open late when concerts were going on. So I quickly dashed in Low Yo Yo Stuff and looked for an album that I could buy. And I took it back in, and Mike Mills fortunately was still in there, and I got him to autograph it for me. And he wrote, "Hi Eric, Mike Mills," and then drew a little funny face on there. So anyways, this one is one of my favorite pieces in my vinyl collection. Next up we have the album Document from 1987. And I'm going to move a little quicker here because I'm trying to get through these in a reasonable amount of time. Next up is The One I Love, a 12-inch single. And this one again is a promotional copy. After that, in their discography was an album called Dead Letter Office, which had a bunch of B-sides, oddities, rarities. I've got 2 versions of it. They're almost identical, except this one has kind of a grainy cover, and this one has a slick cover. And as you can see, there's kind of like a textured thing on this, and this one is like plain green. But otherwise, they're pretty much the same, but 2 kind of variations on that one. Next up, we have their album Aonomus, which was sort of like a greatest hits type album. Wasn't, called greatest hits or best of, but it collected some of their best songs from all of their early albums when they were on the IRS label. And I remember having the cassette of this before I got into CDs and stuff. And I remember opening up the cassette and seeing this picture of Michael Stipe, and it says, "They airbrushed my face," which was kind of funny. Okay, next up we have a really awesome piece. It's a 12-inch single for Orange Crush off the Green album. I don't have the album Green on vinyl, the full album. I do have this single, and what makes this so super awesome is this right here. It's an orange vinyl. So this is just, I would say, one of the coolest R.E.M. pieces I have, just for that fact there. Then I have two other kind of oddball items, a little more rare. This one was something I got. I joined the R.E.M. fan club for just 1 year in 1995, and when they mailed out their fan club package around Christmas time, each year they would mail out an exclusive fan club single, and this particular year they did a cover of Chris Isaak's Wicked Game. And then the B-side was an unreleased song called Java. And it's on kind of a cool cardboard label, and it's numbered. And the one I got was numbered 948. And then the last piece I'm going to show you is something I got at a record store. It came with a magazine called Bucket Full of Brains. And it's R.E.M. doing a song called Academy Fight Song. And back then I bought it for $10, and somebody wrote on the price tag rare. And I've never seen another one since I bought this. I imagine it might go for a good bit more than $10 nowadays, but it was never opened. It was sealed, and I've kept it that way all these years. And Peter Buck, the guitarist, is featured on the front. So anyways, it says promotional copy, not for resale. So this is really awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys watching this, and if you're an R.E.M. fan, I hope you like this. And if you have never listened to R.E.M., check them out. I believe you're going to really like them. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Hey guys, I'm back. This is a little postscript to the video. It had been a long time since I'd made a video, and like I said, since February. And in the meantime, I had posted some videos from a concert I went to just to clear up some space off my phone. And anyways, the concert was a really talented artist named Wiseblood. And I got this album at the concert and met her afterwards. Her name is Natalie Maring, by the way. Wiseblood is her artist band name. But anyways, just wanted to show you this, and you guys take care and check out the Wiseblood videos. Thank you.